Not only were new release leaks towards episode 7 found, but we were also told about a huge change for the episode from one of the Digital Circus's voice actors, which started with what we were told was the early release of episode 7 behind the scenes, which was actually recently found by a fan of the show who just recently made a massive discovery left behind by Glitch, who haven't really said much about episode 7's actual release lately. It turns out, in secret, the fan was able to find what was said to be the next upcoming episode, secretly released on Glitch's official channel. Glitch, what do you mean the Amazing Digital Circus episode 7 is hidden right now? Is it actually coming soon or something like what? Which went along with showing us how the official Amazing Digital Circus playlist was just updated 2 days ago, with another video being added to it that was actually privated for some reason, as if Glitch had fully finished a project that they were waiting to release soon. So what was really going on here? Well, it turns out this actually isn't the first time Glitch have mysteriously left behind an updated video on their Amazing Digital Circus playlist, as this is what went along with giving us big news for the show right before the release of one of their previous episodes, episode 5, as well. And this first time, we were told how this playlist update was meant to likely go along with the episode trailer already being finished and currently privated, which would explain why the number of videos on the Amazing Digital Circus playlist has stayed the same, as this project held by Glitch is only updated with new official videos or updates that are made to their projects, meaning the only thing we can expect this update to point to is the Digital Circus's next episode, as the pilot of their other show was already fully launched separately with their bonus video promoting the show's merchandise to fund the rest of the Knights of Guinevere's episodes, meaning Glitch would finally be able to put their entire focus into ensuring the Digital Circus's 7th episode finally gets here. But this trailer update gave us much more info about episode 7, including when it's likely to actually come out. As it turns out, it went along with a huge leak we were given from one of the voice actors for the show. But before getting to that, it turns out we were given a massive leak update towards the next episode that changes everything. As it turns out, along with this recent leak we were given by Gooseworks right before she deleted it, there was actually talks of another one of Jax that popped up alongside it, with rumors of 2 separate screenshots of him being shown to us by Gooseworks instead of just this first one, as we were already told behind the scenes how Jax is definitely meant to have some big important moments in some of these future upcoming episodes, with this other image spread around recently being a depressed looking Jax with his head down, matching the same sort of vibe as the other leaked image of Jax laying down in his bed, again looking depressed, that would paint a pretty dark picture for Jax's progression in future episodes. But it turns out our update towards these 2 images changes everything, as while what we're told behind the scenes regarding this first one seems to point to it being legit, we were told that the second one was likely a fake, something put together by a fan meant to trick people instead. But going back to what we're told towards episode 7's release, it turns out our biggest information came from one of Glitch's live events, as it was there that one of the show's voice actors ended up being asked about the specific release of the episode and what fans of the show should be expecting, to which we were told by the voice actor for Jax how he was hoping that the episode would get here before Christmas, as he tells us how usually if we're gonna find out when an episode is coming out, it's like a month ahead of time when they're giving assignments from Glitch towards the new episode's merchandise videos and other voice work they have to complete, as this is the time that Glitch is allowed to release this insider information to them. But at the time of the voice actors answering this question, they also tell us that they don't know yet, meaning the episode release date still hadn't been released to them around 3 to 4 weeks ago, meaning that there's still meant to be a bit of a longer wait than expected. But in terms of episode 7's actual release, there's actually another detail that's being set up as the most important one behind the scenes. The episode 7 sneak peek which has already been confirmed to be releasing soon on October 9th, as we already know that this sneak peek is meant to go along with a full 1-minute clip from episode 7 that shows that at this point in production, episode 7 has had enough work put into it that there are full segments of it already ready to go. It'll be a lot more important towards revealing episode 7's actual release, as we saw in the case of the previous episode sneak peek, the one that went along with episode 6, that it was released on July 26th before episode 6's full episode was released shortly after on August 15th, which would give us around a 2-week gap between the sneak peek and the actual episode release, as it makes sense to assume that by the time the episode is worked on enough behind the scenes for them to have a full 1-minute clip prepared, the rest of the episode wouldn't need much more work put into it for it to be ready to come out. Meaning what we're told about the release date in this case for episode 7 makes perfect sense with what we've been told by Jax's voice actor, as he tells us how he didn't have the specific date confirmation last month. But as we're told by Gooseworks herself, we know it should still get here sooner rather than later, meaning we're expecting an October release date after all, as after adding the expected 2-week gap from the sneak peek release date in this case, just like what we saw with episode 6, it would land us at around October 27th. But before this big release, we were also told of a huge surprise we're expecting for this next episode as well, which started with an early sort of warning about it we were actually given by Pomni's voice actor. As it turns out, multiple fans of the Digital Circus asked her to describe what we'd be expecting to see next in the show, to which she starts by not only describing episode 7 early, but also the episode after that, episode 8, lumping the two together as she tells us how her summary of both of these episodes would just be one simple word: what? Which actually shows a bit of a change towards what we're expecting to see here, as earlier on the show's creator Gooseworks had officially described episode 7 as huh, revealing how this would be the somewhat confusing episode that takes the show in a new direction, with episode 8 being described as oh, almost like it was meant to solve the chaos in the previous episode and finally make it all make sense. But our new description tells us that something else is going on here, how both episodes 7 and 8 are gonna be confusing and likely have some huge events that make a massive impact on the show. But it turns out this wasn't all we were told by Pomni's voice actor about these upcoming episodes, and we're able to put together the full story for you early into this video right here. So for what we know about the situation before episode 7's release, make sure to check it out.